It's festival hangover time after South by, and here we had Houston Latino Film Festival where I premiered a new short film. Any kind of big festival is you always need a week to recover, which is hard because you're usually thrust back into normal life and you're like, wait a minute, I just spent this amazing time in this little bubble where everyone was talking about film and you didn't have to do laundry or dishes or anything. So today's tip is that the most important thing after any kind of festival or any kind of networking that you do with anybody is to follow up with them. Send a follow-up text or a follow-up email. Since most people are connecting over Instagram these days, send a DM and just remind them of one, who you are, two, you really enjoy talking with them. Maybe you have a subtle reminder of what you guys talked about, like, hey, it was really great to connect over this film that we saw, or whatever it is that you talked about at the time. And then ask for a follow-up, like if you live in the same place, like, why don't we go out and grab coffee or drinks or lunch? Or if you don't live in the same place, or if life is just kind of crazy busy, you can just set up a Zoom to like get to know you better. And even if there isn't a follow-up ask to get together, it can even just be a reminder that we connected and would love to stay in touch or would love to collaborate someday. Something that just kind of sets the ball rolling. Because as I've talked about in other videos, networking is all about building relationships, and those relationships should last your career, years in the making. And you never really know how and when those relationships might lead to something that changes your professional life. And it is one of the strange things about the industry where you are both friends and colleagues, and it can get a little strange navigating that, but you want to treat these people as people and build those relationships, connect over things even outside of film that you connect with, and just stay in touch. Every once in a while, check in. How are things going? Hey, I saw you were working on this project. And it's just a great way to stay in touch. Now, and it's also a good way to just remind yourself that we're all busy and not everybody's going to be your best friend just because you had a great conversation, but you also just never know where it's going to go. So definitely make sure that in the week or two or however, there's no time limit on it really, but it's always good to follow up in around a couple of weeks from when you met somebody, just to, again, remind them who you are, a little bit about what you talked about, and that you would like to continue the conversation in some way.